Welcome back, I'm Zane and Gogh. You're watching Minding Your Business, where what we focus on grows. And of course, before we get started, be sure to like this video if you find any value and consider subscribing as well as turning on your bell notifications to be alerted of future videos. During part one of this topic, we discussed how to qualify for a business loan with no revenue because again, there's a lot of content on the various loans business owners can possibly qualify for, but there's not enough information on how business owners need to prepare themselves in their business to be in position of qualifying for these loans and getting approved, especially as minority-owned business owners. So if you haven't already watched that video, I definitely recommend checking it out. However, in today's video, I want to dive a little deeper. Not only are we going to discuss what you should consider before taking out a loan and the top loans I recommend for startups, but we're also going to cover business grants and how you can qualify for them, and finally what's needed to create a successful crowdfunding campaign to help fund your business. Now each section will be time-stamped if you want to skip ahead, but I definitely recommend watching from start to finish because you definitely don't want to miss any of this information. Now, for anyone who knows me knows I am not a big advocate on credit cards, loans, or debt of any sort. And the reason being, especially as it relates to new businesses, is because there's a lot of uncertainties when it comes to starting new. And most business owners that I speak with are confident that their businesses are going to be successful within the first 3 years and produce profit, but there's always a chance that it may not. And as a business advisor, I want my clients to prepare for those chances. Now remember, as mentioned from the Bureau Label of Statistics from part one, 20% of all new businesses fail within the first year, and 70% of small businesses will fail after 10 years. Now while business loans are advanced funding methods, set up to help you purchase equipment, inventory, property, or to expand your operations, I don't always recommend taking out a loan as a startup business. And I say this because as a new business, you don't want to be placed in the red before you are in the green. Meaning you shouldn't want to start off a business in debt before you are able to earn any profit. As someone who focuses on helping organizations activate and scale organically, my suggestion for anyone looking to take out a loan is for them to generate as much money organically beforehand, whether that's from seeking business grants or crowdfunding opportunities or selling a service or even starting a much smaller business and using the cash flow to help fund your ultimate goal. And that ultimate goal could be a transportation company, restaurant, nightclub, salon, or whatever business that loan was intended for. Simply put, the less money you have to pay back, the better, which also looks great in the eyes of lenders to showcase that your business is in fact profitable. But let's just say you don't have any active revenue and you qualify for a business loan. There will come a period where you'll need to start paying that loan back plus interest. And if you don't have an effective and realistic profit plan, then you're going to be placing yourself in serious debt. And this is something that you don't want as a new business. You don't want to owe money that isn't necessarily guaranteed. And I don't want to scare you. And I would like to think positively that every entrepreneur will be profitable. But with thinking positively, we also have to think realistically as well, because it's just not the case for everyone. So that's just something to think about. However, depending on your business model and your organizational needs, if you are qualified to take out a loan, I would suggest considering either the SBA microloan or the 7A loan program. Both programs are similar and can be used for the purchase of furniture and fixtures, office equipment, and used towards working capital. Also, with the 7A loan, funds can be used to acquire an existing business or to make leasehold improvements. The only major difference between the two is mainly the size of each loan. With the microloan, you can borrow up to $50,000, while the 7A loan, you can borrow anywhere between $50,000 to $5 million. These are the top two business loans I have recommended during my time with the SBA. And the final business loan you can consider is what's called the 504 loan program. This program allows you to borrow anywhere between $125,000 to $20 million and can be used towards making improvements to existing facilities, purchasing commercial property, and it can be used for the purchase of equipment. However, with each of these loans, or for any loan, I still want you to keep in mind, the less money that you have to pay back, the better. True success in business is all about using what you have, not having all that you need. If you cannot manage to generate money organically by bootstrapping, then you're gonna run into greater financial risk later down the line. And according to recent studies, at least 70% of small businesses in the United States have outstanding debt. Just sit on that for a minute. Now, other funding sources I like to recommend includes business grants and crowdfunding opportunities. Business grants is free money that you don't have to pay back to support your business, while business grants are used to fund a specific purpose, whether that's for startup costs, marketing expenses, the purchase of equipment, back rent, or whatever the case. This can help supplement your income. Grants are offered all throughout the year across various industries and organizational sizes, from federal to state grants, regional, and corporate grants. And I actually encourage business owners to make applying for grants a part of their business model and recommend applying as often as possible. And the qualification process to obtain a business grant is somewhat similar to obtaining a business loan, except you don't have to display how you're going to pay it back. So again, this includes your organizing documents, employer identification number, having a business bank account, your tax returns depending on the grant. Also, you will need to list a physical office address, which can include your home address if you work from home. And you will need to include your website and finally your business plan. And for assistance with the development of your business plan, whether that's for securing a business loan or qualifying for a grant, check out my business plan templates, which will be found in the description box below. Also, I will attach a reference link where you can find grant sources to help fund your business, along with my fundraising ebook titled Master Fundraising, on how I manage to help organizations raise over $10 million in funding. Now, while this ebook was created for nonprofits, plenty of my for-profit clients have used this guide and have achieved great success with their funding efforts, and particularly as it relates to our final point of discussion, which is crowdfunding. Crowdfunding is pretty much like community fundraising, which is another effective money source that can be used for the growth of your business and doesn't need to be paid back. It is basically the practice of funding a business venture or a project from a large number of people, similar to how the platform GoFundMe was originally created. And what I love most about crowdfunding is that it's a community-based platform which allows you to build support as you launch your business. You are allowed to share your story of how you plan to help people, along with expressing the needs behind your products and or services, while engaging your supporters and building a community around you, which is powerful. Now, for some tips with creating a successful crowdfunding campaign, I would first suggest getting clear on the who, what, when, where, why, and how of your business as it relates to the development of your campaign. So that's who you are by briefly explaining what your business is about and describing who is your target market. Also, within the same point, you should explain what you're trying to get your audience to do. Next, explain what kind of products and or services are you planning to offer along with the solution that it provides. Then you need to describe your timeline. When do you plan to launch your business, or when is the deadline for your campaign? Also, where are you trying to take this? What are the ideal locations that you're planning to target? Will this be statewide, countrywide, or internationally based? Something like this should be mentioned. Furthermore, what is your why? Explain the inspiration behind your business and its overall purpose. And lastly, the how. Break down how each dollar will be used in the support of your business. Each element included should be considered when it comes to creating your campaign, and try to be as transparent as possible with what you're trying to do, who it would help, and how it would help them based on the needs in your market without oversharing too many details about your business itself. It's all about creating a compelling story that the community will want to stand behind and support. Again, for additional guidance, please be sure to check out my ebook, Master Fundraising, to start plugging in some ideas and to learn how to create a profitable fundraiser, which includes a section on online funding campaigns, and most importantly, in a special chapter titled Top Level Secrets Unveiled. I break down the psychology of selling and getting people to donate money, which will change the game for your campaign, because parting ways from your hard-earned dollar to help support a cause or a business venture is truly an emotional trigger. And understanding the psychology behind how that breaks down will allow you to tap into the mindsets of how your donors think and spend money. Again, this will be linked in the description box, along with a link which covers the various crowdfunding platforms you can check out for your reference. And let me add, what you put into your campaign is what you're going to get out of it, which applies to anything and everything that you do moving forward. When you invest the time and energy into something, it will show. So as we close out of today's video, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and share if you found any value, because the more we know, the stronger we can grow. Until next time, I'm out.